Welcome back to a not pre-autumnal update, but a belated, truly autumnal update of the place. I'm starting at the front here, to which not a whole lot has changed. I did make an attempt, believe it or not, to clean up all the grass and make like an edge here, with like more mulch and so on. Agapanthuses, unsurprisingly, have grown. And yeah, I planted a bunch of other bulbs, daffodils and irises and whatnot. And yeah, I suppose I can't complain considering the amount of effort I haven't put into it. I did try to have a couple of hellebores here under the oak tree, because apparently they like shade, but not that much, apparently. Say hi to the rabbit print here. Seem to enjoy the soil pile. Anyway, hedge is looking okay. But yeah, the front nature strip is not the most exciting part of the garden, nor one that I've paid enough attention to. But there's reasons for that. This side is similar to before, just a little bit more established, I guess. Comfrey is very happy. There's still a bit of grass, but to be honest, this has developed more or less the way I wanted it to. We've got some irises in there, and some random things that have popped up, like this big weed that I think is kind of too cool to pull out. And there's this, I think it's a blackcurrant, but don't quote me, I am unsure. Could be one of the other berries. The gravel area is imperceptibly gravel now. It is well and truly overgrown. Hello to a blackberry. There's also, before I go around the other way, there is the start of my front grapevine, a Shiraz, that was looking happier before. I'm not sure why the leaves are faded, maybe just the end of the season. But the other grapes that I still have in pots look fine, so don't know. Unfortunately, the fort here is the same or more overgrown as last year. I was intending to build a second raised garden bed and chuck all that in, but hasn't happened yet. My yellow raspberry here produced some delightful fruit. They're really nice, way nicer than regular raspberries. And then it kind of died over the very harsh summer. But yeah, now it's coming back, so hooray. The strawberries here too. I've expanded a little bit more, got heaps of strawberries out of it. Very happy. I did have a tomato here, but I think I got a couple, but yeah, not too many off of that. This berry here, which is really spreading, again after struggling over summer, but look, it's really spreading in 180 degree directions. It's I can't remember exactly, maybe it's a, oh wait, it's actually got a tag, so I don't have to guess. Loganberry? Let me see. Is it a Loganberry? I think it is. Yeah, it is. There's a Loganberry. Alright, I'll leave that in there. I've recently started thoroughly tagging plants in pots with a paint marker, because my previous tagging attempts with ink and electrical tape and plastic tags just do not last. But it's a struggle with things in ground. You really need something stable to then paint mark over, I think. Anyway, my second little rhubarb here is doing okay, can't complain. I have way more rhubarb than I am capable of using, so it doesn't actually matter to me how it does. Asparagus here is really struggling. Yeah, not sure what to do about that. It is the end of the season, to be fair. But yeah, as you can see, raspberries in this patch have taken over almost as much as the comfrey. Raspberry, 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 more raspberry. At least it's not the blackberry, not complaining. And yeah, I've got some like daffodils and stuff in here too. And a couple tomatoes. It's almost ready to be picked. More raspberries. And so I also planted some, not dahlias, but tip of my tongue, one of the other types of bulbs here. A whole string of them, but yeah, they really got eaten, as you can see, by rabbits or possums, presumably. So much for bulbs being toxic, hey? But I've got some others in pots, so that's alright. Let's see, this is my this is my iris farm. I transplanted a bunch of irises from the overgrown front nature strip as I was cleaning that up, and I put them here, so they seem to have enjoyed that. There's a couple of random little potatoes in there, but good luck to them. My English gooseberry is doing alright, I guess. Haven't got any fruit off of it, but then I found out it's not meant to for like 3 or 4 years or something, so that makes sense. And I also found out it only fruits off of the old wood, so I was about to prune this back, but I guess I'll leave it now. Then my pepper tree has once again yielded exactly 0 peppercorns, so I think it's time to give up on that. Now featuring a boxing bag. I initially put it on this branch here, but if this will focus, yeah, around this fracture line here. Ooh, focus. There we go. Yeah, yeah, it totally like snapped off. But then I just pushed it back in place, and hey, there you go. It's totally worked. Wait, how do I unfocus? Okay, it's sort of. But yeah, on this branch, the bag totally, yeah, doesn't break the tree. Hooray! Then onto Harambe, which is somewhat in the stages of fungal overtake on this log, but really not on this one. Jeez, Harambe is back. Not really sure what to do about this, but it's fine for now, I suppose. And yeah, I recently acquired this very cool weeping mulberry. Most of them don't fruit, but I specifically got this one because it had evident fruit. And yeah, yielded quite a lot considering how small it is. So that's really a centerpiece. But yeah, obviously the leaves are, you know, falling off now, especially after the harsh summer, and now it's autumn, so it's fine. This is a lemon. I don't know why it's lost all of its, not all of its leaves, a lot of its leaves. Yeah, whether they're being eaten by something or just, don't know. It's got these little fruits, but yeah. It's it is an ungrafted specimen, so can't really expect much more. And then yeah, my Tahitian lime is doing alright. I mean, it's small, but I don't know, it's okay. There's some random mushies around the place now, which is cool. All sorts of different ones. And yeah, onto the medlar, which I was very excited for the fruit of last year. I got heaps of fruit. It's just very small and very hard and very not edible. It has been this exact size since like November. So 5 whole months of no fruit growth or maturation or anything. Not sure why. Maybe just because it's young. Maybe I should have pinched a bunch off. I don't really know. But that's okay. Maybe a good thing. I don't want it to grow too much because I'm going to have to dig this out. Since I'm moving to a new place. Hopefully next year, and I really don't want to try to buy another medlar, so I'm going to have to dig it out, put it back into a pot, and hope that it survives. This is for the next raised garden bed that I'm hoping to paint and start building soon. My pepino yielded a bunch of fruit, so that's cool. And yeah, it struggled over summer like everything else, but it's back now, so hooray. Along with this happy little pumpkin, or zucchini, or whatever it is. Yeah, I think it's a zucchini actually. And whatever that is regrowing. Not to mention this failed attempt at a capsicum. Look how thoroughly eaten back that is. And yeah, it's all grey now, but you should have seen this over summer. There's a gigantic patch of catnip. Considering I have no cats, way too much catnip. Some of it's actually greening back again now. There's some leaves growing back. But yeah, it's in the mint family, and it is. I should really just pull it out. But yeah, and then there's some what do you call it? Not spinach, silver beet. Happy silver beet here. And I think there's there's a few little potatoes. This is cool. Underneath the soil in the raised garden bed, I got a bunch of branches, and yeah, they are very much breaking down. Now that the soil is fallen through, you can actually see them, which is not a good thing. I didn't want the soil to subside this much, but clearly I didn't pack it very well. So, and the decomposition process gradually breaks it down. So fair enough. But yeah, here's one of my cucumber, zucchini things. Whole bunch of other, spinach and clover and daikon radishes and yeah, pumpkins and zucchinis and stuff. The rosebush area is a total mess. Very much neglected. But hey, the house looks good. Hence the lack of attention at the garden. So what else? Yeah, there's a capsicum here, but yeah, like everything else, it has struggled over the summer and yielded zero fruit as usual. It might be a chili actually. I don't know. There was a. If I look at this, if I pick this up. Yeah. No. Yeah. Isn't a padron kind of in between a chili and a capsicum? I think it's a little bit hot. Can't remember exactly. Yeah, this is a cauliflower, I think. It's looking surprisingly nice. I mean, there's like cabbage moths and stuff, right? But I don't know, these leaves look happy. Might actually get something, but I wouldn't hold my breath. There's my second huge zucchini thing out of this boy. In the same spot as the first one, oddly, from like December. But yeah, the one I picked in December, I picked too early and it wasn't edible. And this one also still feels completely hard, so I don't really know what I'm waiting for, but some kind of change would be nice. There's some beetroot that I planted in here a while back, but yeah, struggling. There's obviously still heaps of tomatoes that may or may not ripen. They're kind of getting attacked at this point, like they're a bit sickly and, you know, like look how brown this is. But it's fine, I got heaps of other tomatoes earlier in the season, so can't complain. My pineapple's still doing well, it's growing. Hooray. But yeah, so then next to the raised garden bed I have a bunch of things I had to move off of the concrete pad at the top of the garden. So this is my new Figalicious fig sapling. Not from Bunnings, but from an independent nursery. This is a black Genoa that I got from my friend Ben. Which, who knows? I mean, it's so prolific. Maybe I'll even get fruit like next year. We'll see. Here's one of my mulberries, but maybe it's hard to see from the background, but there's actually no leaves on this. I should probably prune it back, or maybe leave it for the season. I don't know. But this other mulberry is really taken off. I mean, it's gone literally all the way from there, all the way up to here. It's, yeah, as tall as me, or even a little taller. So that's cool. It says it's a white Chateau, but it's not. It yielded blackberries. So, King White. It's even got a photo of like white. Yeah, it doesn't look like that at all. Neither the shape nor the color. So yeah, who knows what this one is. Got it both from the same seller. My other Loganberry, suffered a tragic fall over summer. Along with a lot of other things, like this orange, now blush. And even my Guyabu really struggled. These are new leaves because they all died. All the old leaves fell off over summer. I've recently gone through like I was saying, the paint marker process. So this is my Violet de Bordeaux. And what is... Oh, yeah. This one is currently unmarked. I need to get my paint marker. But I did some detective work, and due to the unique shape, figured out that it is a panache, the tiger-striped fig, with green and yellow lines. It is not a Nelly Kelly chili. The bay tree is doing well. No brown leaves this year. Been eating them. Well, not eating them, but you know what I mean. This is a little Capri fig that I got from Ben. It had leaves for like most of the season, but yeah, like everything else, it has struggled. My my Maki berry really died off, but look, it's still got some. It probably won't focus, but it's still got some life in it. I think it'll resprout. Same with these. I suspect they were either kiwi berries or maybe little fig cuttings, but who knows. What is the... Hang on a second. What is this boy? Unknown. Good luck identifying this fig. Maybe when it fruits. Yes, my Diana fig. Hooray. And yeah, a few other failures, some salvias even that managed to die. I do have this cool pumpkin, so that'll be cool when it's ripe, assuming it ripens. I got a couple. I pruned back and then I only got a couple of cherries as a result from my lapine. But that's nice. It's still alive. That's all that matters. My black sapote died and came back, so hooray. It had this wild black like fungus or rust thing on the underside of the leaves, and then they all like fell off and the whole stem died back. I mean, look, this stem is still dead, right? So, but all the way back here then it's resprouted from the main trunk, and hooray, back from the dead. Some random tomato in a pot, don't know why. My mandarin in a pot will eventually go on the ground, but for now, like I said, there's no point putting it in the ground. It's got to move. But yeah, it's got some fruits. It was grafted, so it should be quick. I forget what this is called, but it's really cool. It's an impulse buy, but yeah, I really like the foliage on this bush. And then there's some unknowns. Little fig. Well, that's a fig, and then who knows? Might have been a offcut of this. And then welcome back again. The video cut out because my phone ran out of battery. But here we are, an hour and a half later. So I was saying, here's a blueberry that I got heaps of blueberries from over like several months. Blueberries every day. It was great. Wish the others were as productive as that. Then don't know what this variety of rose is, but it's really cool. Very pretty. It's been prettier, but even these are quite nice. Although I just noticed this now has black spot on it, which it didn't for the longest time. I guess it has now succumbed. Anyway, that's alright. Bougainvillea in a pot. I'm sure it hates it. This is the surviving columnar apple from last year. Its friend did not survive, but I'll get to that. These are some cuttings of the Capri fig. A random tomato that I didn't plant, but just came up here. I don't think I ever ended up getting fruit off it, but it did grow fairly big until something somehow ate it. Not sure why something would eat a nightshade, but anyway. The olive is still here, unfortunately. Needs to go in a pot. And I'm thinking of planting the ungrafted lemon here, since for some reason every home buyer wants a lemon tree in their backyard. The peach has been fantastic. I got kilos of fruit off of it this year, and I actually got to eat them, unlike last year. Very delicious. Can't complain at all. It's grown so well. Very happy. Good job, Peach. This blueberry, I got a few. Obviously it's been eaten a bit. I did have a net over it at some point, but yeah, it's alright. There's some kind of bulb. This does look like an agapanthus to me, but it might be something else. Yeah, there's another bulb there. Can't remember which one it is. And then, so we have one of the other mulberries. It's doing very well. I think I got some fruit from it, but it's not in the best position. Really got to move it. The leaves are really falling off my peach at the moment. The mango too is just kind of, I mean, look, it's grown this much. Look at that green stem. So that's decent. I can't complain. But yeah, relatively slow, I suppose, in a pot. And needless to say, no fruit. The tomatoes here were less prolific than last year. Last year this was just full, just constantly. I think I struggled this year with maybe soil quality and watering, but look, I still got some, and this is just about ready to pick. There'll probably be a few more, but I mean, you can see how dry this got over summer. This other planted main fig, which again was sold to me as either a white Genoa or a white Adriatic, is definitely not, because it's black. So yeah, somehow it didn't have any main crop figs whatsoever, but it did have some Brebas, which I did eat. So that's the entirety of my own grown fig consumption to date, since the other ones are inedible. And yeah, I mean, they were okay. I guess it was like a not quite ripe and Breba crop of an unknown fig. So lesson learned: don't buy figs from randoms on Facebook Marketplace. You have no idea what you're getting. The Capri fig was most ridiculous because it even came with a tag, and the tag is just wrong. Thanks, Bunnings. That wasn't even the seller's fault. It's just notorious. Bunnings does it all the time. Anyway, here's my double grafted apricot. It's doing alright, I guess. I mean, the leaves, end of season, so fair enough. No fruit, but I suppose it's still young and in a pot, so fair enough. This is one of my two new apples. It's not columnar, but it is a dwarf. The flowering is very optimistic. I don't know why it's flowering in autumn. Maybe I'm missing something. Anyway, this one did lose all of its leaves in summer and grew back, so maybe it thinks it's spring somehow. And yeah, I got a second one because apparently it needed it, although I may have been misled on that point. But yeah, these are two quote-unquote bite apples, bite-sized dwarf apples. Quite a strange name, but yeah, it's true, they're really small. I did eat one off of this tree. At the time that I bought it, it came with the fruit. There you go. It was alright. Nothing to write home about. My hops are still growing decently. Yeah, but yeah, no actual fruit. Or flowers, not fruit, I guess. But yeah, it's in a pot, so fair enough. Can't complain. There's some... What is that grass doing there? Yeah. Anyway, also got a tayberry. Hooray. It's pretty new, and yeah, in a pot, so... I don't know, next year I'll probably get something out of it, I reckon, but we'll see. I also got a Marionberry, which died over summer. I really should have pruned it back, but yeah, I haven't got to it yet. And yeah, it's growing back, so it's fine. My Japoticaba, again, struggled. Should probably remove those brown leaves. And then, oh, I finally found a peacherine in the flesh. I've been looking for this for years. And I finally stumbled upon it at the same nursery that I got the Figurlicious from, Poynton's nursery on the west. So that's cool. Just got it, so nothing off of it yet. My, what is it? Dwarf Red Darker banana from last year that was like, I don't know, this tall or something. That died, but it grew back somewhat, sort of, I guess, so cool. My little finger lime that used to be in a pot overgrown with grass, I finally transplanted into this grow bag. But yeah, still getting eaten by something. You wouldn't think it, given all these spikes down the entire stem. Like, what could be so desperate? But yeah, it's, I mean, the cage is not complete, and so, yeah, still getting eaten a bit. No fruit, but eventually it'll be okay. My Babeco is still doing fine. This is a grafted lemon, because, yeah, I realized the other one was ungrafted and not likely to produce fruit. This one does have fruit, so hooray. Grafting works. Oh, I also neglected to mention the agapanthus that I have likewise neglected to deadhead. Oops. Maybe it's a good thing. Get some other agapanthus in the yard. My nectarine is, I mean, look, it survived, so that's that's good. After its very close brush with death, I poured like honey over it and like tried to cover it with some bark, and it worked. it regrew. So that's good. I think I got a few fruit. I can't really remember now. It's months ago. I think I got a few fruits off of it. But yeah, I'll say it's nowhere near. I planted this at the same time as my peach, but it's nowhere even remotely close. It's like half the size at best. So no surprises there. And I got another agapanthus. My elderberry, almost doing too well for itself, because yeah, it's grown out of the bottom of the pot. It's too heavy to even move. But yeah, the roots have grown out of the bottom, so I need to transplant it. Just haven't got around to it. My Saskatoon berry, which is the most expensive tree I've ever bought, yielded some fruit, and I ate it, and it wasn't as good as a $10 blueberry bush, so there's that. But hey, it's cool having a Canadian tree, I guess. Fuchsia, looking great. Had to prune it because, yeah, it died over summer, same as the hydrangea next to it. But they're coming back, and yeah, looking great. My loquat has come back to life very well. Again, maybe too well. I mean, if I take the cage off, it's going to get eaten, but if I leave it on, it'll get restricted like this, so I don't know. Maybe I can poke some of these leaves through the mesh or something. I don't know. And then, yeah, this is the other columnar apple from last year that got eaten. And, yeah, it never actually grew back from the graft. Although now as I look at it, there is, like this one, no, even then, it almost looks like it's from the graft, but I think it's comfortably from the rootstock. And so are the other, like, 3 or 4 suckers around it. They're all from the rootstock, so this is no longer what it says. Who knows what it is? And yeah, next to it, I planted some bulbs, which I just noticed have come up, so that's cool. Let's see, there's a capsicum, or possibly chili. What does that say? Sweet. Delicious? Not sure. But, very optimistic at this point in the season. Don't know. Can't remember what this is, but I'm glad that it's survived. My red-scented finger lime, I transplanted into a new pot, but yeah, it's, I don't know, it's kind of similar to what it was last year, just with less fruit set. But hey, there's still some, and there was more than I could eat last year, or drink, so yeah. Let's see, this is a bit of a mess. Various failed dead things. Even the Jerusalem artichokes have not enjoyed the weather at all. They're just sad. Yep, messy. Construction mess even from the pergola. My Bluggo bananas doing well, I suppose. haven't got any fruit, obviously, and I mean, look, it's constrained by the pot. It's a big pot, but like, what can you expect? So yeah, I'm happy it's photosynthesizing. I can't remember what berry this is. It might even just be a raspberry. Yeah, can't remember. Yeah, we'll see next season. Should write it down, label it once whatever it is comes off. And yeah, I did plant like heaps of bulbs in here, if you can believe it. I mean, there are some. Yeah, look, that's cool. But yeah, I only just pulled out all the grass that overtook it. I think the grass has just outcompeted everything. Oh, that reminds me, there's actually, so yeah, some little corms. Whoop, if it'll focus. Come on. There we go. And it's unfocused. Anyway. So yeah, I mean, stuff is there. This is pretty cool too. It seems like some kind of truffle that I found under the ground. It's pretty cool. So my ice cream bean, possibly chocolate bean, I think it's an ice cream bean, is yeah, it's doing great, and it's very makeshift pot. Can you even call it a pot? It's a tub. Anyway, yeah, I'll definitely move that to the new place and put that in the ground ASAP. ASAP being a year away, more than a year away. Anyway, picked this up from curbside. Cool. Oh, this is a one of my other grapes. I think it's the pink Iono. Yes, hooray. And yeah, I got some grapes off of it, despite its small size and surrounded by like hot bitumen. And yeah, I mean, it's had a struggle through life, but yeah, I got some grapes off it, incredibly. And they're really tasty. They're almost as good as the red fragala, which, by the way, is down here. I somehow missed it. But anyway, I have a grape down there as well, called the red fragala, which is very, very tasty. I haven't had any ones off mine, but I tasted them from my friend Ben's place. Here I have some ordinary raspberries. Got heaps of it in the spring, summer. Perpetual spinach, mint confined to this pot, lest it take over my entire garden. And yeah, cutting from the now unknown fig, no idea what it is. Tree dahlia, second tree dahlia, back from the dead, hell yeah. And my dragon fruit somehow has actually sprouted. It's alive after like more than a year of just zero activity. It's actually alive. That's astonishing. More spinach, a dubiously alive lily pilly. There's some green though. Everything struggled over summer. My Cape gooseberry has been astonishingly productive, if you can believe it. I mean, it doesn't look great anymore. Something really ate all the leaves off of it. But yeah, I got dozens and dozens of delicious Cape gooseberries off of this one bush, which is just incredible. I didn't plant any tomatoes here this year because they didn't do that well last year. For some reason, the first year they did incredibly here, and yeah, I just think the Jerusalem artichokes and comfrey and stuff has really outcompeted it. And then my asparagus has like struggled a bit. Like it's fallen over. Like it's done again almost too well for itself. I didn't stake it back properly. So now this stem is kind of MacGyvered a support structure out of these Jerusalem artichokes. I don't think I even did that. I think it's found its own way. So that's cool. At least it's still alive. I did see some shoots on it at some point, but it's still fairly young, so I didn't bother. I think this is the oregano. Yeah. See here for a peak example of how not great labeling plastic labels with quote-unquote permanent ink is. Thoroughly not permanent. Yeah, here's my sage. I haven't really come up with a use for it. I never cook with sage, but yeah, thinking of maybe like drying it out and using it for like as a potpourri or something. My rhubarb, maybe it doesn't look so big anymore, but you can tell by the size of this, just one gigantic stem, which I should remove. How well this, I mean, look at these, they're dead now, but like, look how gigantic the rhubarb got this year. It's unreal. And yeah, I mean, it's growing back now, so it's all good. Speaking of things that grew gigantically, wow, the passion fruit, which last year was a single feeble stalk, has completely exploded. And only now, today, am I noticing these 1, 2, 3, if you can see that silhouetted against the sky, passion fruit flowers, so cool, might actually be able to get something off of it. I think, so, and that's the, what is it, like black passion fruit or something? There is a label in there. I wonder if I can get to it. But, that. The banana passion fruit is still here. But, yeah, I don't think it's, unless it's intermingled with the other one, which is entirely possible. It doesn't seem to have taken over like the other one has. But anyway, my pineapple sage is oh look, it's about to flower as well. Look at these little red pink boys. Yeah, I mean, it's done so well. I can't complain. I can't believe how close this thing got to death when I first got it years ago. It was like this tall and like brown and so close. But yeah, it's just so healthy. I pick them like every day to make tea, and the flowers are very pretty, and love it. Hey, look, there's another passion fruit flower. Cool. Yeah. More daikon radishes and drew some artichokes and succulents here. And yeah, here's my propagation table of various things that I want to keep off the ground away from the rabbits, including carrots, for example, little baby carrots. They're from here. So yeah, I've got lots of different fig cuttings and blueberries and chilies, and yeah, this like rose apple, and this is the dahlia. I have almost all of my hascat berries here. These ones are named, but unfortunately, on some of the others, like these used to be marked when I got them, but then obviously that quote-unquote permanent ink has come off, and now I have no idea what this boy is. But hey, it's some kind of hascap. As long as you got a variety, it's all good. This one died and came back to life. Okay. This is a Chilean guava, I believe. So that's cool. What else? Goji berry. You wouldn't believe it looking at it now, but even just like yesterday or the day before, there was a bunch of goji berries on here. Yeah, I've had like over a dozen of this little bush that keeps struggling with life and keeps coming back. Yeah, another dahlia. Various berries. Here's a pineapple guava. Yeah, one of the figs. I can't remember if no, I haven't identified this one. But I think I have some of the others, like this should be a Desert King. Yep, Desert King, hooray. Often misnamed as a Desert King, but it isn't. It's definitely desert, because it's a San Pedro fig, so it comes from the desert. This is a cutting of a rose bush. I don't know if that's a thing, but it seems to be alive, so maybe it's a thing. I just chucked it in there, I don't know. Can't remember what these are, but they're some kind of bulb. This is my new cinnamon tree. Tree sounds like putting it too strongly. But, yeah, the other one got eaten by rabbits, so I had to buy another one. Oh, there's also my silverberry, which I did get fruit from, and is now growing back. Hooray. So, And my phone is back to like 9% battery, so I think we're just gonna leave it there. I have some grapes and haskaps and figs and some natives and yeah, macadamia. So I guess that's pretty much it. Let's leave it there. Thank you for watching.